That's a great plan, yeah.
But real quick, I want both of you to chime in just a little bit. We have 5 minutes, the great Al Green, right? Yeah.
Right.
Yep.
Okay, let's just go through a couple Senate races, then I want to get to some House races. I just want you to give like a 20-second comment. Let's see. Okay, Senate District 12, Deborah Rodman is running against Sibon Donovan. What's your gut gestalt feeling about that race? Professor goes first, Matt goes first, second, then we'll just alternate. What do you think, Professor?
So, Rodman is one of the only Democrats in the state legislative races that are nationalizing their campaign effort, so they're trying to boost turnout. That gives me a more optimistic view on whether they can pull it off.
Okay. What do you think, Matt?
Same thing.
Okay.
Professor Bitecofer is astute in her analysis.
Beautiful. Okay. This is great. Matt, you go first. Professor second. Okay. Senate District 13, John Bell. I think it's Gary Higgins is his opponent. What do you think of that one, Matt?
Another brisk walk. People still have to go turn out and vote. Don't take anything. You can't take anything for granted. You got to still vote. But that would signal if John Bell doesn't win, that is a bad night for Democrats. I'm calling that a win.
Okay, Professor?
Exactly. If they fail to flip that one, it's going to be, they're looking at losing some of their 2017 gains up there in the House of Delegates as well. And you can see why if you go read my high stakes in Virginia's state legislative elections, which is on the Wasson Center website.
Got it. Okay, we're going to do 2 more Senate races and go to the House. All right, SD 17, Amy Laufer against incumbent Senator Bryce Reeves. I think, Professor, you're first, Matt second.
That district doesn't make it onto my competitive analysis for its partisan competition, so it would be a reach.
Okay, what do you think, Matt?
I think that race comes down to a couple hundred votes either way.
Okay. SD 28, it's Qasim Rashid against Richard Stewart. I think Matt goes first, Professor second.
I think Qasim is the dark horse candidate for 2019. Hardly anyone's paying attention other than his 280-something thousand Twitter followers. He's got a puncher's chance in this one.
What do you think, Professor?
Yeah, so really the low in the short of it on both of these last 2 races is they do not meet the competition threshold of my modeling work. But because we're talking about low turnout elections and races that are off the radar, just a little bit of enthusiasm can go a long way for Democrats. So it's definitely possible in a very good night for Democrats that both of them flip.
All right, let's do, we're now going to the House. Okay, House District 10, Wendy Gudaitis versus Randy Minshew. I think the Professor's first, Matt second.
So Gudaitis is one of the few that managed to draw a rematch from a person that she flipped. And so that makes it a little bit more difficult for her to hold on to the seat. However, like I said, Democrats have all of these things in their toolkit that point towards a good night. The PVI score from my modeling work says that she should be able to pull this off.
What do you think, Matt?
Same. Donald Trump is not any more popular today in Northern Virginia than he was in 2017, and that's what's driving a lot of this turnout. It's not going to go well.
But I haven't had a chance to look and see if she's put any good base mobilization campaign lit out, and I'll be looking over the weekend in that race.
All right. I'm going to jump ahead to, let's do, I love Danica Rome. Okay, House District 13, Prince William County in that area. Danica Rome's the incumbent. Running against Kelly McGinn. I think Matt, then the Professor.
That one, I think that one will be a little closer than expected, but I think Danica still pulls it out.
Professor?
She puts in the work. I think that's a win.
Okay.
Yeah, so, Danica, that district, it's a realigning district. It's moving towards the Democrats. It's got a good PVI score. If Democrats are motivated to vote because of Trump, she should be able to keep on hold of her seat. And she's a great candidate with a lot of national attention. So to me, she should be in good shape.
All right, I'm going to jump ahead to House District 66. Sheila Bynum-Coleman is running against Speaker Kirk Cox. I think the Professor, then Matt.
I'm so glad I get to go first because this has been my dark horse the whole election year. I did my PVI analysis and identified Kirk Cox as one of the most endangered Republicans in the House. His district went from R14 to R1.6. I don't think he even knew how endangered he was before I did. And so this is one to watch, and she's got a great chance of upsetting him, and she's definitely ran a great campaign up there.
What do you think, Matt?
Same. Mr. Cox is going to be on the front page of all the Virginia newspapers as the poster child of 2019's wipeout.
All right. I'm going to do two more because we got Ghazala Hashmi on the line. Well, let's since she's on hold, Ghazala Hashmi. I want to do her race. What do you think? I think Matt, then Professor. What about Ghazala's race?
Remind me of the district number.
There are so many. It's Senate District 10. Ghazala's running against Glenn Sturtevant.
Oh, that's right, yes. Senate District 10 is one of the more favorable pickups for Democrats in terms of its PVI score, which, again, is what matters, is how many Democrats can you mobilize and how much of a gap do they have to overcome. And it's a hot district. So, but I got to say, all of those districts where the heart of this turnover, flipping the assembly lies, it's tougher territory than Northern Virginia because of lower college education rates, and that's the 1 week spot Democrats have. They have to turn out their own voters.
All right, Matt?
I agree with every word the professor said.
Good. Okay, last one, because I don't want to Ghazala's great. She's honored me by coming on. Last one is House District 40. Dan Helmer's running against Tim Hugo, the incumbent. Okay, Matt, then Professor.
Well, I'm actually going to knock doors for Mr. Helmer right now, and we're going to win that one. That one is Mr. Hugo only held on by 106 votes last time, and he's not going to be so lucky this time.
What do you think, Professor?
Yeah, Hugo, man, it's like being a dinosaur. You got the comet dust up in the air, and the other dinosaurs they've all dropped over, and you're the last guy breathing. And boy, I mean, he picked a great opponent. He nationalized the heck out of the race. He's been taking gun control and using it to mobilize Democrats to the polls.
Wow.
So he's in trouble up there.
Oh my God. Hey, Professor Rachel Bitecofer, Assistant Director of the Wasson Center for Public Policy of Christopher Newport University, and Matt Rogers, who is Chief of Staff for Senator Dave Marsden. Thank you both. I'm going to have you both on maybe in a couple of months, maybe next month, to go through the geeky part of the Electoral College. So